Hi, this is Anil and welcome to the video tutorial for the Learning Lad on C++ programming. So in the last tutorial we have learned about the if and else in C++. On this tutorial we're going to be learning some more information about if and else. So we're going to be learning about if, else if, the nested ifs. So in the last tutorial we wrote a program which was checking the user's age, and depending on that age it was suggesting whether the user can vote in the elections or not. So this tutorial is going to be slightly different, and here also we're going to be checking the age, but not for the elections. So we're going to be checking the user's age, and we're gonna say whether he is young or he is in the middle age or he is old. So we're just gonna consider that if the user's age is less than 20, less than or equal to 20, we're gonna say he is young. And if that age is between 20 and 40, we're gonna say he is in a middle age. And if that age is greater than 40, we can say he is old. Just for the demonstration purpose. Alright, first we're gonna create a variable called age. So the next thing is we need to check the user's age. For that we're gonna use the if. Then we need to form the expression if age is less than or equal to 20. If the user's age is less than or equal to 20, then we can say that the user is young. That's why it's gonna be cout, and I'm gonna say you are young, then add a semicolon. Now in the last tutorial what we have done, we just checked one condition using the if, and then we used else. Here in this case we need to check for another condition. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use else and if. This else if offers us to execute some code depending on some condition. So here if this condition is true, we're gonna be executing the statements here. Else if, we're gonna be forming another condition and checking for that condition or the expression. If it is true, then we're gonna execute some other statements, and then else we're gonna execute some other statements. So here else if the age is less than or equal to, let's say, 40, then I'm gonna copy this cout and paste it here, and I'm gonna say you're in middle age. Alright, next if the user's age is not less than or equal to 20 or not less than or equal to 40, then it's gonna mean that the user's age is greater than 40, and we're gonna say you are a old guy. Alright, now I'm gonna save this, and here what happens is first the age is checked whether it is less than or equal to 20. If it is so, then it just prints you are young, and all these steps will be skipped. If this expression falls, let's say if the age is greater than 20, then the second else if expression will be checked. If it is true, then this statement will be executed, and it's just gonna print you are in middle age. If both of the expressions are gonna fail or yield false, then this else block will be executed. So I'm gonna initialize this age variable to a value of 12, which is less than or equal to 20. That's why it's gonna print you are young. Build and run. So you guys can see here you are young. Now I'm gonna change this age to 25. Now this first if is gonna yield false because this 25 is not less than or equal to 20. That's why the expression in this else if block will be checked. This 25 is less than or equal to 40, which is gonna yield true, and that's why this statement will be executed and this else will not be checked. I'm gonna save it, build and run this. You are in middle age. And now if I change this one to 50, both of these expressions are gonna yield false. That's why this else block will be executed. Build and run. It says you're an old guy. Alright guys, this is about the else if. And the next thing that I want you guys to teach is about nested ifs. So you guys can use if and else inside another if and else. For example, I can use another if here, and I can check for another condition, I can use the else here, or if I want I can use ELSEIF also here, and also I can nest another if here. I can nest as many if or else I can or I want inside another if and else. So this is it, guys. This is about the nested if and if else. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/learninglad, and if you guys have any doubt, don't hesitate to put a comment in the video. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.